All right, fam, currently walking over to the icy puddle in which I have dunked the Citadel Boss Hog semi-auto shotgun. It's got 2 shells in it. It's science, and we're scientists out here on the island, and that's what we're gonna do today. You wanna make sure you let all that water get out of the barrel. You don't want any obstructions in the barrel, or else you're gonna blow a barrel. And if you blow a barrel, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm gonna hold my hand away from the barrel just in case. All right. There we go. Citadel Boss Hog. You guys like the snow camo? I mean, man, this thing's doing good. Let's head back over to my little range over there and put some shells through it, see what we can do. Just pulled it out of the puddle, fired off 2 rounds, fine. It was in that frozen puddle for 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. All right, that's our first jam we had on it. All that hard packed snow, I let it freeze up a little bit. Barely could even pull the trigger on it. We've done some snow in it, and you just saw that. Well, hopefully, it depends on how I edit this video. But it had that one stovepipe, and that was because of all that snow slowing down the action. Understandable, right? I mean, come on. Had it sitting in the puddle with 2 shells in it for a half hour. Pulled it out, drained the barrel, fired just fine. I was a little timid, I was a little afraid, didn't know what was gonna happen. We're all right. It's a Citadel Boss Hog, I mean, come on. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm coming back to the puddle. We love this puddle here on the island. We're gonna toss it in. We're gonna let it sit there for a second, soak up some of that sweet, sweet moisture. Then we're gonna pull it out, set it in the shade, and hopefully it'll freeze. It's probably, well, that doesn't have a temperature reading on it, but I'm gonna say it's about 30 degrees out. With the wind, it should freeze up. We'll let it sit for about a half hour with all that moisture. Make sure the barrel's drained, obviously. I don't wanna blow the barrel on this Batman pajammer. But we're gonna let it sit in the shade, and hopefully it'll freeze up, and we'll kind of go from there. Look, guys, there's no mud out here today. It's all just frozen water, salt water too. That's salt out there, so that should be interesting. But come springtime, we'll do a mud test with it. Slosh it around in there. Okay. Now let's take her back to some shady area. Put some snow, some dirt on top of it, help it freeze up a little bit. Guys, we're back. It has been exactly 1 hour since we dumped the Citadel Boss Hog in that puddle. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna get close. Okay. The firing pin is now stuck, so this thing could literally go off at any second. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear it out a little bit. Yep. It is very frozen. Let's see if it'll go again. Nope. All right. Okay, so we got the live shell out. So you can see it looks like it got a very light primer strike, which means it is very cold inside of this gun, and that firing pin is covered in ice and snow, and it doesn't want to run. So that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get some water in it and see if that might change things up for it. Hey-o. Looks like it didn't feed the next round though. Didn't even eject the last. Things are working out, things are going. All right, so we put some more high brass in it, and we're gonna keep cycling to see if it'll actually start functioning in a normal manner. Did that eject? Yeah, it did. That one doesn't want to though. Check out what happened here. The ejector tore up the casing. That's interesting. All right, guys. So I did have another box of high brass, and they're spilling out of my jock. They're spilling out of my coat pocket right now. But we're gonna run through this. This will be the 4th box of high brass run through this gun, so that'll be coming up on 100 rounds. And you know, obviously you saw what happened on that last one. We had some issues because of all the water. It froze up the firing mechanism in there, but I think we're starting to work it in with some heat. Keep in mind, guys, I have not cleaned this thing. I have not lubed it. It is a gas operated gun. So the gas operation system could be getting a bit dirty, which could cause those short strokes. Sometimes you just got to use your boot. There we go. Locked back, cycled nicely on those last two. Just working all that frozen ice out of there. Okay, so last of the high brass. Let's see if we can get a full cycle of all 5 shells. Bring it a little bit closer for you guys. Nope. It's locked back for some reason. So, overall, guys, for $150, it's not bad, right? I mean, come on. I dumped this thing in a frozen puddle, let it sit in the shade in 30-degree weather, and dumped more snow on it, and that's what caused it to malfunction. Realistically, you're not going to be doing that to a shotgun like this. Run it through its paces, keep it lubed up, make sure that gas system is very well cleaned. It will function for you. Again, this is only 100 shells through this thing of high brass. Remember that, high brass. And I've been putting it through its paces in those 100 shells. So we're gonna end the test for today, and we will probably give it a new paint job for springtime in the mud test, but I think the snow camo paint job's been fun. Guys, I will not be cleaning it, okay? But what I will probably do is add some lube down inside the trigger mechanism, and the only reason for that is I don't want it to rust out, all right? Yeah, it's like a torture test, but realistically, who's going to, we got a car approaching, who's going to put this thing through the paces like that and not clean it up, right? I still spend money on it, I still want to take care of it, yeah, I think that's it for now. I got to get to work. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate y'all tuning in. See ya.